Good morning, Illini. It's Friday, October 13th, and we are so glad you're joining us.
We have planned a great show for you guys today, and we hope we can get you in the October spirit.
So let's get this started.
Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini. Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini.
For this week's Daily Chat, we've decided to change it up this week.
Instead of discussing a few stories, we're talking about our favorite one, puppies. The Illini service dogs recently got 2 new recruits.
So they're both 2 10-week-old Labrador Retrievers named Alma and Newman. So after Alma Mater, of course, and Newman the Church.
So adorable. They're babies, literally puppies. So adorable.
And I didn't know this, but it takes 1.5 to 2 years to train these dogs, which I had no idea.
Yeah, but if you think about it, that's like no time at all. I mean, 1 to 2 years, and they learn so much. Over 50 commands.
Yep, they learn how to turn on lights, they learn how to open doors, they assist disabled.
Picking up objects.
Exactly, and I see them on campus all the time, and all you want to do is pet them, but with their orange vests on, you just have to let them do their job.
But we do get to at the campus event called Pet the Pup. It's
Right.
during finals week, so we'll definitely have to look forward to that.
That's when I go to the library. That's my one excuse. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right, first of all,
to
it's
go see the
finals.
puppies.
Second of all, there's puppies. I'm there. Yeah, it's
they're
a quick
so-
break.
Yeah, and they're calming. It's stress relieving. I love it.
Yes, exactly. Well, to find out more information, you could always check out the Daily Illini at www.dailyillini.com.
Yep.
So, Anike, are you a big fan of cider?
Well, I haven't had cider since I was a little girl, but I do still have apples.
I do too. Well, GMI's Krista Temple headed over to the Prairie Fruits Farm and Creamery for their fall festival on Sunday, and she was given a chance to learn about their manual apple cider press. Let's take a look.
Many families in the Champaign-Urbana community visited Prairie Fruits Farm and Creamery for their fall festival. Oliver Ferguson and his 4-year-old son Spencer live in Champaign and found something new at the farm.
I've actually never seen cider being made.
They start with whole apples, which are put into the hopper of the press. There's a basket underneath the press that is lined with mesh and collects the ground-up apples. Leslie Cooperband says that the juice is then pressed out of the apples and into a bucket that collects the fresh cider.
It's just a hand crank system, and so it just takes a lot of human muscle power to get the juice out.
Cooperband says they run the press based on how many apples they have. This year's smaller apple crop has only allowed for 2 pressings, so today's visitors are lucky. Kids both young and old are enjoying fall activities here at Prairie Fruits Farm and Creamery. Visitors say this is a great way to enjoy the beautiful fall weather. The Fergusons were one of many families that took advantage of the fall day.
So we went on a hayride, and now we're sampling some of the food they have here.
Visitors could purchase Lucky Pierre Baker's specialty donuts as well as Prairie Fruits goat milk gelato and cheese. The milk for the gelato and cheese comes from the friendly goats on the farm.
My son enjoys playing with the goats, so he's feeding the goats.
The herd of about 75 milking does is always one of the main attractions at the farm, but today the cider press was a favorite.
So it's actually good to see it being made and get a cup of it right from the cider press. So that's quite fun.
Prairie Fruits Farm and Creamery is open Saturday and Sunday afternoons with more special events throughout the fall.
In Champaign, Krista Temple. Good morning, Illini.
Wow, that cider just looks so yummy.
It did. It kind of brought me back to my childhood whenever I got the cider in those apple cups or those little bottles.
Yeah. We used to go on field trips to the farm, and they'd make us apple cider. They'd have donuts. It was a great time.
Makes me want to be like 3 years old again.
I know. I wonder how many apples it takes, to make that big jug of apple cider.
Yeah,
Must
who
take a
knows?
bunch.
And I wonder what
Yeah.
kind of apples they use.
Yeah.
All right, well, we also have the October Lovers Club here on campus. So GMI's Kaylin Sewell went with the October Lovers Club to Curtis Orchard to find out more about this club.
I'm here with part of the exec board of October Lovers, learning about what they do on campus and what their members are all about.
Within the October Lovers organization, there are so many ways to embrace the season.
About loving October, basically. So all October we do a whole bunch of fall-themed events, such as, right now we're at Curtis, and then we're going to do a haunted house and a corn maze, hand out some Halloween candy just to spread spread the octagonal cheer.
So we start on October 1st with our Welcome to October bonfire, where we have free s'mores. This year we went through 1,300 in 2 hours, so it was a big success.
October lovers can participate in annual events through weekly October-inspired gatherings.
We're around like 7,000 on our email list, but obviously not everybody comes to the event, which is why October Lovers is such a great club. It's very low-key, so come to the events that you can. You don't have to come to the ones that you can't make it to. Nothing's mandatory, it's just for fun. For me, I heard about the club at the student panel during a tour I took the summer of my senior year before applying. And they were talking about it, and I got so excited because I've always been into fall. Halloween's my favorite holiday.
You know, they just celebrate fall, they do a whole bunch of fall things. It's like, sign me up, and here I am now. Some of our shirts and proceed is going to help breast cancer awareness, whereas people, like when we go to these events, they're mostly free instead of the typical $5 charge, so we're asking people instead to send the $5 to us so we can donate it at the end of the year.
October lovers plan to take full advantage of this October. The following is their response to what they do during the rest of the year.
Cry. We cry.
It's not October, we gotta cry, you know?
One of the things I love about fall is a warm cup of coffee and a nice 60-degree morning or night. And with fall in full swing, I decided to try a new place to campus town, Brewlab. Brewlab is a new coffee shop on campus that offers quality drinks in a creative workspace. So if you're looking for a brand new place to enjoy your morning brew, then you might want to check them out. Let's go!
Brewlab is serving up handcrafted espressos, lattes, and more this semester for the first time. The coffee shop is located conveniently on campus right off Green and 5th. They're known for their flavorful pour-overs, which take about 5 minutes to make. The process is embellished with gold pots and kettles, and all the drinks here are made precise, down to a science. When it comes to creating a warm cup of coffee or a latte, the baristas measure the ingredients and time the process to brew the perfect cup each time. The space comes to life with the colorful writing on the wall, and it can be a fun distraction if you just take a moment to look up. The shop is cozy and bright, and its warm environment lends itself to group work and quiet chit-chat. I got to talk to one of the brains behind the shop, and he tells you what exactly makes Brewlab a unique spot.
If you want an atmosphere that noticeably affects your mood, and you want to have the smell of a delicious and maybe even foreign cup of coffee in front of you, then I think Brewlab would be an excellent choice.
To be honest, yeah, no, that was great. He's like super comfortable and friendly.
So I am here with Mary from Brewlab, who's going to show us how a pour-over is made.
So basically, we already have the actual coffee made. So what you would need is one of these guys. It's a scale, basically because we weigh out the amount of coffee that we use, the amount of water that we use. It's all very down to like a number. You need a kettle. This one's an electric one. It's very helpful because the ideal brewing temperature for coffee would be about 200 degrees.
Very hot.
Very hot, so be very careful.
Yeah.
And that's basically just so you don't people can use hotter water, but it would basically just burn it. And then you need one of these little decanters. It helps, with like actually serving coffee. And you would also need a V60 pour over. So basically that would sit right on top, and then you just put this like this, and you'd spend the entire time just doing like this.
So the V60, what is it?
It's a V60 pour over system.
Pour over. So that's like a funnel in a way?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a funnel. And basically it just brews a really good coffee. So this particular blend that I'm doing today is actually the Kenya. Oh. It's from Halfwit. It's a roastery in Chicago. And the tasting notes on that are blackberry jam, tamarind, and also brown sugar.
Very interesting.
I would never think of blackberry jam.
Yeah,
well,
in a coffee,
it's
yeah.
Pretty great. So the reason why we use a single origin coffee is that the flavors come out so much better. when you're doing a V60. If you were to brew that on a regular drip coffee maker, it would not come across the same way.
And so from my understanding, a pour over isn't like a type of coffee, it's the way that you brew the coffee, the way that you make the coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's basically just a brewing style.
Okay.
And the thing is, you can look online and there's like a million different ways to actually do a pour over. It basically just depends on the coffee. So we had the people from Half-Lit come down and train us on how to do their coffee specifically. So there's a very specific pour over method that they use. But you can basically just, trial and error, try different methods, see how much you would need versus coffee and water, and just toy around with it, and that's basically what you do.
And so what you get with doing the pour over is probably a lot more exquisite than the instant Folger coffee that I have in the morning.
Exquisite is exactly the word I'd use. So yeah.
Big word.
Exquisite, yes.
Yeah.
So how about, can we try this at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So before we do it, there is a very specific thing that you're supposed to do.
Okay. What is it?
So you swirl it around, that sort of incorporates the flavor, and basically smell it. Right?
Oh.
Yeah, it's smelling up the whole entire room.
Smells fantastic.
It's very aromatic.
So this particular blend is fruity, and it's going to be a little bit more tea-like in body. So that means that there's not going to be a whole lot of weight on your tongue when you drink it.
Nice.
So
Let's try it really
quick.
Yeah.
Free taste sample here early in the morning. This is just what we need.
Perfect pick-me-up for in the morning.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Very good.
Oh!
I'm not a coffee person. Usually I'm more of a tea person. But
you can taste those undernotes of, what did you say? It was jam?
Blackberry jam.
Blackberry jam. You can taste it. It's very fruity, very nice. I like it.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, Mary. Really
I'm a
appreciate
big coffee
you
person.
coming.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
It was so nice having you on.
Let's take a first look at this weekend's weather.
So for this weekend, today we'll be heading up into the temperatures of 74, which is going to be so nice because it's been cold all weekend. Saturday we'll hit 81 degrees, so that'll be the high for the week. And then Sunday will drop to 59 degrees, sadly, but I guess that's just a result of the fall weather.
You know what? Yeah, hopefully I'll just be doing homework all day Sunday anyway. So
yeah, stay inside.
Yeah, at least it's beautiful Saturday and Friday, so let's get out there and enjoy the rest
maybe
of the warm weather.
go to Brewlab, get a warm drink, warm coffee.
I'll do that Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Deal.
Perfect.
All right, after the break, has anyone noticed there is a Ferris wheel on the quad?
Wait, really?
Yeah, so we'll tell you when we come back. But first, let's guess where we are in this week's Where Am I? No idea.
I'm really not sure. It doesn't
Again,
say a whole
solid
lot.
rock, yes.
Yes. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to
Find out a
wait.
little more.
So, Anike, as I told you before the break, Okay, we'll be back in a hot second. The Champaign County Sheriff's Office is looking for a man they believe may be involved in a possible arson.
A house fire was discovered around 5 a.m. on Monday morning on Kingsway Drive in Champaign.
Normally, when anything goes on, I know about it.
The man accused of kidnapping U of I scholar Ying Zhang is expected to appear in court tomorrow. Federal prosecutors believe Christensen kidnapped Zhang in June of 2017. The FBI has said Zhang is likely dead, but her body has not been found.
Student voices clashed when conservative leader Charlie Kirk arrived on campus to speak.
In my mind, represent a hateful and bigoted agenda, and I think that it just has no place at UIUC.
I do hope that eventually we can come to the conclusion that the other people are not stupid, they're not evil, they're not mean, they just have different ideas and they want to do things differently.
This weekend kicks off a $1 billion fundraising drive and a celebration of the U of I's 150-year mark.
It's going to be unlike anything that this campus and community have ever seen. It's one part TED Talk and one part Cirque du Soleil.
Lumberjacks with the Timberworks Lumberjack Show performed various stunts like wood chopping, axe throwing, and a fan favorite, log rolling.
For Champaign resident Kevin Wright, this time of year holds a cultural significance as well.
This is the traditional Bavarian dress. This one is being put on locally, helping a good charity, and all that stuff combined, there's no reason not to come.
Saturday afternoon, people from all over the Champaign-Urbana area had a chance to see a double rainbow over the weekend. So, Anike, as I told you before the break, we do have a Ferris wheel on the quad today.
When did it get there? I mean, I saw them building it over the week.
Yeah, so, well, it was actually built overnight for the Illinois launch event, and we kind of saw that tent getting built all week, and I was wondering what is happening. I thought it was like a wedding or something happening.
You know, I did hear about it. It's supposed to be a big philanthropic event. You're raising money for the university.
Yes.
Billions of dollars are expected to be donated.
So yeah, it looks like it'll be going on from 11:30 to 1, so get on that Ferris wheel, and then there's also going to be an insect petting zoo, fun fact. So totally Illini themed here to celebrate the sesquicentennial.
Yeah, and they got the eye on the wheel. That's awesome.
At least they went a little festive here.
And it's supposed to be like carnival themed, so I know they're gonna have like food, cotton candy, I think, hot dogs, festival themed.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so again, check out, there's also a celebration event at the State Farm Center tonight. So the Ferris wheel isn't the only new thing here on campus. Teamoji on Green Street is a new bubble tea place that opened in the fall.
Yeah, GMI Sammy McQueen is joining us in the studio to talk about her trip to this new cafe.
Thanks, guys. I've tried a few places here on campus, but I have to say, I think I found my favorite one.
Last Sunday, Teamoji opened its doors for their soft opening. Customers can select their tea flavor and choose from a wide range of ingredients to add. Owner Alex Huang, a 2016 Illinois graduate, founded the store with his friend.
After we graduate, my friends and I are kind of like here, and then we decided to come back and then start our business. And we all our drinks, especially for bubble tea, like fruit tea and some milk tea. And then we come back and generate the idea like Teamoji. We design everything, like the products, like the design of the interior, the logo, and some like the design upstairs. Yeah.
Huang says there are already 2 tea flavors that are the most popular.
Like, what's the most popular tea so far that's being sold?
Right now, both the cheese float series, like the cheese float oolong, cheese float green tea, and also fruit tea, like signature fruit tea, they're really popular among students.
But what most don't know is there is a special ingredient that can be added to your tea.
What is the cheese, what did you say, what is that?
Yeah, it's called the cheese float. So basically it's made of cheese, cream, and some like butter, and it's gonna always float on the top of tea. And then you get 2 layers. When you like drink the tea, you can drink the cheese float and the tea together. You don't need to mix it at all. So it's really like interesting.
One U of I student stopped by on his way home from class.
What do you have here?
So I asked what they recommended. They recommended the signature green fruit tea, and I definitely say I recommend it too. It has different fruits in there, so fresh fruits and stuff like that. So it tastes really good.
Well, thank you so much. That's all I have for you, Illini. Come check out Teamoji every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Anike and Marissa, back to you.
Sammy, everything just looks so delicious. Why don't you tell us what you were sipping on?
Yeah, so I was actually sipping on, I just had like a basic milk tea. Very good. Loved it. Very tasteful. But next time I go back, I definitely want to try like that fruit tea with the orange in there.
Really good. Saw that.
Yeah, it looks very like refreshing. So I'm definitely going to go back and try that for sure.
And you can like customize all your teas at Teamoji, right?
You can. So you can put like the amount of sugar you want, how much ice you want. So it's really nice, and you just make it however you want
The flavors
it to.
too, right? You can customize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
So I highly suggest you go check it out. I loved it.
We'll have to check it out.
Thank you so much, Sammy. So Teamoji isn't the only place you could get tea on campus. In this week's Campus 101, Acacia Hernandez and I took a trip to the Japan House to take part in the tea ceremony.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Marissa Sulik here with another new face of GMI Acacia Hernandez. Today, we are just south of campus at the Japan House experiencing a tea ceremony. Have you ever tried a tea ceremony, Acacia?
Nope, have you?
I have not either, so we're both in for a treat. Let's go check it out. Just a hop and a skip down Lincoln Avenue, you will find the Japan House, which is a hidden gem to Illinois. Here, tea ceremonies are held weekly and open to the public for a small fee discounted to students. First things first, upon entering the Japan House, white socks and these trendy slippers were essential as a sign of respect. Before the ceremony, we received a behind-the-scenes look into the preparation done by tea ceremony coordinator Mark Anthony Macon. He's been at the Japan House for 6 years and has completed about 400 ceremonies. How did you find your start here at the Japan House?
Accident. I was going for a walk and I thought those gardens looked really beautiful, so I kind of took a stop and looked at them, and then I turned around and something was happening in here. So I knocked on the door and said, "Hey, what's happening in there?" And they said, "It's tea ceremony. You want to join us?" And I said, okay. And so I sat down there next to a nun and we shared a bowl of tea, and I thought it was just remarkably beautiful. And so I asked the guy that did it, how did you learn how to do that? He said, it's join our class, come to our class tonight. So I did, and that was about 5 or 6 years ago, and now tea is a major part of my life.
The ceremony itself begins with participants kneeling on the mats awaiting further instruction. Mark then opens the sliding doors and slides to the pot where he will begin the preparation of simply whisking tea with water. Now this isn't any ordinary tea.
And the tea that we use is called matcha, and it's so good for you, I'm not sure if I can exaggerate.
Matcha is an electric green color, and all green food is healthy, right? Well, one serving of matcha contains 3 lemons worth of vitamin C, a daily allowance of veggies, and an abundance of antioxidants. It also helps aid with digestion, prevents sickness, and promotes anti-aging. After the super healthy tea has been mixed with water, it's now time to drink. To sip your tea, you must bow to receive permission and drink from the side of the cup without any art or design, out of respect to the arts. After the ceremony, I had the chance to make and drink the tea myself in the back kitchen. To make the tea yourself, it is first whisked until frothy, which is a lot harder than you think.
Yeah.
Break your cup.
It's hard. Yeah, so you gotta, I mean, it takes a lot of time, like you figure it out. But ideally, it's just a wrist.
It's on the wrist. Before drinking the tea, it's recommended to eat a sweet treat like this gelatin candy, but it prepares your taste buds for the tea, which tastes, well, let's just say it tastes like the color green would taste. Definitely an acquired taste, it is definitely no Starbucks green tea latte. Even if this doesn't seem like your cup of tea, the Japan House and Gardens is the ideal location to take a break from campus life and focus on your inner self, making the Japan House this week's Campus 101. See you next time, and good morning, Illini.
So it's time to take another look at our weekend.
So it has been a chilly, gloomy week so far, but it looks like this weekend is gonna change that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit cool at the end of the week, but we do hit 80 degrees.
I know, and at least we have the football game, so that's perfect weather for that.
I know. Everyone will be out in the stands cheering on the team and, in comfortable weather. So
and
it's
it's
really
Rutgers,
nice.
so fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We come out with the Illini win.
Yeah.
All right, there we are. Also, 38 is a low on Sunday.
Oh my gosh,
We're
so
going from
cold.
81 to 38.
I know. I'm gonna have to bring out my scarf, the gloves, the earmuffs. I'm gonna have to do it all. 38's cold.
I know. At least hopefully I'll just stay inside all day Sunday.
Yeah, stay inside, study. Perfect timing.
We will see. All right, coming up, we are back on the quad to see if you guys know your Illinois trivia. But first,
let's check one more time to see if we can guess. Where am I? Oh, wait. Okay. It looks a little familiar.
A little familiar there.
I see some blue in the background. Maybe some chairs, some blue chairs.
Looks like it.
I see some orange. I mean, those are school colors, so that makes sense.
All right, we will be right back.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Anaja Smith.
And I'm Madeline Foster.
Cheers.
Today, Nadja and I are out on the quad testing students about their knowledge of university trivia. Are you ready for this?
Let's go!
Okay, so our first question is going to be for you. What year was the university founded?
Definitely not. Nope.
Jeez. Can I take a guess?
Of course.
1947.
Do you know? 1867. You're right! Oh my
Go.
gosh, she got it! Look at you go!
What famous playboy graduated from UFI in 1939?
I have no idea. You have.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
You sound very sure. Do you know his involvements on campus?
Wasn't he a Pike? That's what I hear. Tim Killing?
Andrew Roberts. What is the name of the chancellor of the university?
Oh gosh, I get their emails all the time. It's like Robert.
You're right, it's Robert.
Woo!
Great job!
Yeah.
How many clubs and RSOs are there on campus?
I don't know, I'd guess 300.
I know that there are more than, I think it was more than 1,000.
Whoa, yes, you were the first one to get it right today.
What animal was introduced to the quad on campus by request?
A raccoon.
Squirrel, look at it!
What is the name of the stream that runs through the engineering quad?
I actually don't know that one.
Yard Creek.
Yes, you got it!
Yeah.
High five! Woo! So that's it for this week's edition of Campus Trivia.
We hope that you quizzed yourself and learned something too. So we'll see you next week. And
good morning, Illini!
All right, it's time for this week's edition of Who Am I? As you guys know, this segment highlights a student at Illinois who is taking our Journalism 460 class.
Yeah, now we would like to introduce you to Annie Lyons on this edition of Who Am I?
Is Annie Lyons, and I am a senior. I am a media studies major and minors in sociology and public relations. From Glenview, Illinois, and I love Glenview because it's kind of a central location. I went to a private high school, so all of my friends were from the surrounding towns, so it was really nice because Glenview was always the center point that everyone could hang out in, and I never had to go too far if I was going anywhere else, so it was very convenient for me. I am in a social sorority that I'm very involved in, and then I am really into theater, so I'm in 2 theater groups on campus where I act and direct and perform, and I'm in an improv troupe, a musical improv troupe, which is kind of fun, and then I'm also involved in a club called Camp Kessim, and we run a week-long camp for kids whose parents have been affected by cancer. I mean, I could say Hamilton, which I think everyone would say right now, but Dear Evan Hansen, which won the Tony this year, is also amazing. But personally, my favorites are Legally Blonde and Hairspray. I could listen to those 24/7.
You know, Who Am I is such a great segment. I love finding out the different Illini students we have on campus. Everyone's so interesting.
It really is.
But right now, it's time to take a look at our final weathercast for the weekend.
All right, again, looks like it's going to be beautiful today and tomorrow. And Sunday, again, dropping that down to 59. We're not even in the 60s anymore.
Yeah, but we got to enjoy tomorrow. What are you going to do tomorrow in the sun and the 80-degree weather?
I will definitely be at the football game.
At the football game? Nice, nice.
All right, so we have to take another look at our Where Am I? Let's see where we're at the Illini Union. I thought those were the orange umbrellas and the blue chairs there.
Oh, yeah. That's what we saw, the orange and the blue. Okay.
I do love doing homework right there. That's a great spot.
I know. I go to the Illini Union all the time.
Great. All right. Well, thank you so much again for coming here, Sammy.
Well, thank you for having me.
What are you doing this weekend?
I have a lot of studying to do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Midterms?
I have a midterm test and a paper due, so
oh, too bad it's not final time with those puppies in the library.
Oh, I know. That would help so much. That would ease the pain a lot.
It would have made me so much happier, and I would have had a better time studying. So
yeah.
You know what I thought was interesting though was the dogs. They named them all after Illinois things. There's also one named Ike and one named Barry after Ike and Barry, which I love that. So yeah,
that is so cute.
Oh, I just want my own dog on campus. Also, don't know how people have dogs on campus because who has time to raise a dog?
They're a big responsibility. You got to care for them. You got to love them. I mean, that's hard to do.
Give them attention all the time. Yeah.
My friend has a Great Dane, and I was like, do you ever have time to walk? And he's like, he only needs a 30-minute walk a day. I'm like, he's a Great Dane. He's the size of a horse. He needs more than a 30-minute walk a day.
How does he fit in his apartment?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question.
Because those dogs get pretty big in size.
Yeah, I could understand a little toy dog, but Great Dane? I have no idea.
Well, actually, my family and I, we just welcomed a dog, a little puppy. Her name is Dallas. She's so cute. I think she's like a Boston Terrier mix. She's my sister's dog. Adorable.
Very cute. Why is the name Dallas?
Yes. So my sister, she used to live in Texas, but now she's back in Chicago. So Dallas, they decided to take a little bit of Dallas with them.
That's a great idea.
I love that. That is so cute.
Adorable.
Interesting. All right.
So that is our show. Thank you so much for watching.
We'll be back next Friday at 9 a.m.
Make it a great day, and good morning, Illini.